Okay, so this is the introduction to a solo chaos campaign that I'm going to be doing using Alpha Strike, not actually regular old Battletech, because I don't have time for that. I'm a parent. And using the free, the Succession Wars chaos campaign sort of little starter PDF that's available. The idea with the chaos campaign is that you're running linked battles that give you resource points that you're spending on salvaging mechs and repairing your own mechs and picking different battles. And there's a flowchart to decide, if you win this battle, where you go next. If you lose this battle, you have to fall back, and it changes the parameters of what your next fight is. And you can totally lose the campaign or totally win it. Though they don't use the Chaos Campaign format, if you want to see this concept taken to its greatest extent, take a look at Wargamer Stories on YouTube. They're doing one using some Tamarizing materials, and it's incredible. All their videos are really well done, and the way the campaign works is really cool. That's definitely something to check out while you're waiting for me to get my act together and actually get some mechs on the table and record some actual battles. As a bit of note-taking about how I'm running things, I am going to be using a variable damage rule, but rather than doing 2d6 or anything else, I'm going to be using d12s. Guerrilla Miniatures Games has used this several times when they've played. I really like the system. It kind of feels a little closer to classic Battletech with that variable damage, and it's easy to see the numbers on big old dice. And for the AI, since Aces isn't available yet for everyone, I'm going to be using Table Drop Zone's AI system that they have. I like it. It's quick, it's easy, it's breezy, it gets the job done. Now, while I appreciate Battletech's lore as much as everyone else does, I'm not like a big stickler for it. I haven't read every book. It's been ages since I've read any of the books, frankly. So I didn't dig deep for what particular unit is fighting what unit or anything like that. Just to ground things a little bit, though, I decided to set this during the FedCom Civil War, and I figured, hey, why don't I take those two factions and have them fighting each other? So I'll be the attacking player on a planetary invasion with my Davian forces, facing down Steiner defenses. I'll toss the lists on the screen there and show you what mechs I'm going to have. You'll notice that they're not painted like their factions would indicate. Painting mechs, the fun of it for me is just using whatever paint job is coming to mind. So I don't have a second Davian guards with the right color scheme or anything like that. It's probably going to be a little confusing, but I'll explain which mechs are on which team as I'm playing games. Chaos Campaign is a little funny in how it does its numbers, and that it sort of wants you to always have relatively fair fights. So what I ended up doing was choosing a lot of mechs that were close to the same point value on both sides. That way it just made it easy to set up fights with one another. Probably it would have been smarter to just have all mechs that were 35 points, and then you could just slot anything in and get ready to go. But I wanted some variety, and so it is sort of a practical consideration. That's it. I think that's all I have to say about this, the boring sort of housekeeping episode here. I don't know when I'm going to get to my first game. There's a lot going on at home, and it's hard to just sit down for a few hours and play a game, even solo. But I'll get it in, and I'll do a report of that first battle and how it turns out. And I won't probably do all the nitty gritty of the resource point values and all that, because it's not that interesting. But I'll give you the quick blow by blow when it happens.